will be executed on nuke. They just keep look at the run into the held position. And this is a very interesting exchange of fire. Those on the high ground. FaZe just clearing out every single position. Where are they going to go now? They've got 2 frags. Both teams have 2 frags. Guardian's dropped the molly. It has not been picked up by these players. We'll see if he has a part to play later on. Carrigan's got to be careful. He's in the red. He's dead. And that leaves Rain alone with the Glock. He's managed to plant the bomb, but he's used to force the action somewhere. That's a good start. Again, no window. Is that a legit hiding place? I don't think it is. Or is it? But apparently it is.
Oh, is he timing this perfect? If he does, oh my god, if he pops that now, oh, he gets the skill! Oh, unlucky for Rain, but very nice retake from Gambit, because FaZe look like somehow very, very bloodthirsty. And they may fall by here, and if they get the nades, and they have the upper set piece, we'll see it. Okay, the AK goes out, but is that just the AK? Because it can be just an AK. Because, I mean, it's an AK on Nico, for God's sake.
The 1 AK buy.
So I love the 1 AK buy.
I feel like FaZe's strategy in that previous round was let's continue how we left things on the previous map, and never mind the bomb plant. If they had won by elimination in that round, I feel like they would have just continued charging and charging and charging, and just being complete animals. But now they've been forced to show some respect.
That's pretty interesting. They used the smoke instead of the Molotov.
And it actually saved them.
They don't know it, but it saved them.
I was just thinking that, like the choice for the smoke, because you expect blocks. You definitely expect blocks. This to me is like one of the best surprise buys, because there's no way for Gambit to predict this, and it's very unlikely that you go for this option, as opposed to sometimes when you see the teams save one, and then it becomes obvious when they should be force buying and so on. This is a more real surprise type buy situation.
Notes that Nico has not fired a shot yet. Does not want to give the game away until he can at least get an entry. So when the smoke went down, there was no spray through the smoke or anything. They don't want to reveal the fact that there is an AK in play until Gambit learn the hard way. Just like that.
That's
Nico,
not an easy one.
He's the only one with Kevlar. He's taken a lot of damage, but as long as it's open, it's open. Smoke into the vent position. Oh no, it's failed.
I smoked the plant.
Yeah, it works out.
So you tell your team.
Oh, the hero plant from Carrigan. And Nico's in position.
Oh, they're playing the 2-man. They're playing the 2-man. So this is so smart. But it only will work if Nico's teammates can get a couple kills. Otherwise, it's actually the worst position ever to be in. If all of his teammates die and he's already getting tagged up.
Oh.
And do they know he's there? No. It's going to have to come out, though. Good damage. The spray is going to work out. Nico with 3 so far. Now the 1v3 for Adren. Wow. This is going to work out beautifully well. And all because, again, Nico, he plays it so smart. He waits for a good opportunity. Then he hits a very hard shot, towards this shot here. That's not easy. Yeah, but that was very precise.
Yeah, you've also got to credit the team around him as well for enabling him as much as possible. And for not dying at the beginning, not overextending and dying. And he needs those numbers to create anarchy and to help enable him. And obviously, the bait setup towards the end there is fantastic. I love that setup so much, where one guy just lets the other guy die, and then the C2s will assume, okay, we've cleared this area, we've killed the guy who was there. But no, the other guy's there, and he is the real story. He's the one filling the pages. And now that switches the fortune of Gambit immediately. See if FaZe can capitalize, and if they will continue their reign of terror.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Nice.
FaZe have already set themselves up very well with the reset round. And I'm just looking to see, what sort of set pieces they have to run on this map, because Nuke is and always will be about set pieces. You see the set smokes outside, of course, but something a bit more elaborate, to specifically take bomb sites, or to really create a huge rotations for their opponents to give them advantages into the round to get the bomb sites. So, and they've made it so, like, Valve have made it much easier to just generally execute into this bomb site with the less margin or more margin for error, with the way that the roof is now, which is nice. So Hobbit looking to save this AK. Looks like he will be successful.
The young save.
But FaZe are scary today. Scary, scary FaZe.
It's a great start for FaZe on nuke. Love when you see a successful 1 AK buy. It's just fun to watch. Unless you are the side on the receiving end. Not so fun. Well then, we'll see if Hobbit can do a Nico. Dropping his CZ to Mo. Always good to have that awareness. I had a pistol, now I've got an AK. Let me give someone else my pistol. Take the USP. Molotov and a flash for Hobbit as well. So he won't be taking the most aggressive of angles. Maybe waiting for a smoke outside.
He's just sitting in big garage right now.
Just in front of it.
Just around, yeah.
He's just hanging out. He's chilling. He's at the bar early, waiting for the girls to arrive.
How
So
does
shoot
the
them.
song go? We need more girls in here. Whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
All the girls standing in the line for
Who is that even? We need some more girls in here.
I don't remember. Too many man.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know what song that is.
I know, of course, you know.
We need some more girls in
BBK.
here. We need some more girls in here.
BBK. Is it Lethal Dizzle? Is he in there?
Too many man.
Lethal
Too
Dizzle.
many man. It's a great song.
Boy, better know.
When the ratio is out of whack.
Oh my
We better
god.
know. Jamie's an acquaintance.
Is he?
He's an acquaintance of mine. I wouldn't go as far as to say friends. He's not my friend, but he's an acquaintance.
What constitutes friendship for you, James?
Well, he knows who I am. I know who he is. So when we bump into each other, we say hello. You know, we recognize each other.
Would you
But
tell him?
I'm not his bread. I'm not going to be like, hey, how you doing, man? How's it going? You know, well, I might say that.
You wouldn't
but-
say that with an acquaintance?
No, I would say that, but you
Wow,
know what
it
I mean.
takes a
Like,
lot
I'm not gonna try and
for someone to get
be
that out
like,
of you. Would you tell him a secret?
no, that'd be weird.
We should get to write a Counter-Strike rap for the show. That'd be so sick. Oh, Carrigan!
Oh, you made it.
He's done a
Successful
dive. He's
vent
in.
drop. The
He's in
most
there.
terrifying thing for a CT to deal with.
But now he's in a metal prison.
All he has to do
Full
is
spaces.
Oh, how? Where did seeds come from? From
Came
inside
from
the
nowhere.
site. Did not expect that.
He knows that the rear area has been compromised,
Yikes.
and now we've got Guardian in control, and they're taking control of the B bomb site. Nice plant. I like those plants because often you have to face the wall to defuse the bomb. If you plant it against a pool area or whatever that thing is, but there is a retake attempt from Gambit, and there finishes the retake attempt. Now it's time to go home.
Do you know what Mirage reminded me of? Mirage reminded me of like, well not reminded me, but if you put together
Getting
like some
punched.
crazy underground sort of cloning project, right? You clone Stewie 5 times, you would get that Mirage game we just saw.
Yeah.
And there's like 5 Stewies
Yeah.
running around Mirage, isn't it? Because even Guardian in his
It's
rounds,
kind of like the Family Guy Stewie. Like, actually.
it was like it's like even Guardian was playing at a higher
Oh.
pace than he usually does.
He got him.
Wow.
Kobe.
Look at the money on FaZe. They're just not. They're not getting killed. They're not. They've got so much money.
You know, Guardian's pretty aggressive. It's just that
Yeah.
you watch him play, and he's got such a low sense.
Yeah.
And he doesn't flick very fast. He does when he's with someone on his screen, but when he's just moving around, it's not very fast. So it looks, it's like a trick. It's like an illusion. It like looks like he's like a slow player or something, but he's actually super aggressive.
It's a clean 7 million base points given away this season now. Clean. Look at all those zeros. It's OCD heaven.
Cleaner than my shoe. No, my shoes are too clean.
No, they're not.
Actually, that's true. I sold them on the first
They're
day.
not clean at all.
They got sold
They
on
look
the first
wrecked.
day.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Wrecked is a strong word. They're pretty good still.
They look wrecked, man.
What? What do
Yeah.
you mean? Where?
Well, there's like, maybe it's just the material, because
Yeah,
it's kind of like one of those carpets where you run your finger one way and then the other way, and then it's like,
It's like suede. Yeah.
it looks weird.
Yeah, the main material is supposed to be a different color, I think.
Is it exposed foam? Or oh no, it's like a fat. It's like a.
Just a.
It is a rug.
Yeah. It's,
James is right.
Rug-like.
if you want to feel it later, you can.
Great. Never say those words again.
R/no contact.
Rain in there. So 139 was when he got into main. Don't know if that's. I mean, I think Rops is probably like 142 probably with that route you're talking about, maybe 143. But that was pretty fast.
This
He
FaZe
did it?
overwhelming again.
Yeah. So there it is.
They did it.
This is what we're talking about.
Let's talk about James.
What?
That's what happened. What I talked about.
Yeah.
He just ran around though. He didn't parkour. He just ran around.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah,
just
yeah,
ran
but sort of like dominating in the upper side being one of the central
and
points. of
Reina's
it.
side.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, they did just run in and kill people.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to watch, to be honest.
This is great. Actually, so for those of you listening, we were talking about pacing earlier, and that maps can be one of the limits to like, or like the meta can like how the meta is can dictate the average time around me taking a professional match, and you can play some maps faster and some maps slower, but some maps really make the slower play styles much stronger. So you generally see that like a couple % over past Inferno, blah blah blah. But I was saying to Lorna's that it'd be quite cool if there was like a map where smokes on that map for whatever reason are like 13 seconds, 14 seconds instead of 17, because then it means the smokes are less strong. And you can also create spots where how smokes would normally, like there's other ways to weaken smokes by how you handle choke points as well, how you design the choke points on a map, or the important ones to a map.
And if a smoke's weaker, people will be more hesitant to throw it as well, so that'll affect the meta also.
I mean, it's something that will be really interesting because I feel like it could be a cool facet to how maps are designed. Like you don't have to, like I think that could be something that could work. The only issue is that because it wouldn't be a standardized thing, it would have to be intuitive somehow. And because generally speaking, like you can't really easily explain anything in Counter-Strike away by law. Like in, let's say, in a game that has a very strong law and the entire world is tied together by the law. Hang on. I hate when this happens, James. Like I can talk about something interesting.
It depends on the scoreline though, doesn't it? Like if it was 5-6, it would be. I mean, it's still important because there was a comeback, but
they do have insane money though, FaZe that is as well. So it's not really going to hurt their economy too much.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think it's harder in Counter-Strike to explain away things like that. So you generally are going to want standardized things. But
the other problem is that the meta's in the best place probably it's ever been. Like definitely, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah.
By far. Like all maps are super even. And I think that's the big problem. It's like, how do we want to change something because everything's super good? That's why I think adding new maps is good. Because like Inferno and stuff, maybe it could be more fun to watch and play if the smokes were changed a bit. But how would that affect balance? Would it make maps really T-sided all of a sudden? Which I don't think people like maps being too T-sided.
Yeah, and the problem is that the initial sort of fix that Valve kind of made to the smokes to make them a little bit weaker was actually to make the rounds longer.
Yeah.
But that encourages also to play slower at the same time. So it's because you get more time.
That's true.
So
I liked it. I liked that fix until you brought up that point. I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a backwards fix. Like
yeah, in a way. That's why I didn't like it originally, because I felt like just change the time of the smokes. It's one, and I can go into that in more detail afterwards, my logic behind it, but we'll see FaZe looking to run over the opposition again, and Hobbit does get the first kill here, but he can't get more than that, and FaZe will be happy with that. Mo misses a quick flick on an air strafing player. The air control is good. He's in a very good. This is a very strong position.
Oh yeah.
It's you can really catch people if you have very good timing on the peaks. And looking pretty strong here, but Rain's going to make it a 1v1 all of a sudden with a quick double. These rounds are still very, very fast.
Oh, he doesn't even care, man.
Where's the kid? That was weird.
Did you say curb bubble?
No, I was thinking communication. I don't know why with that particular timing.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't be on the ramp. He could be in the vents, you know? It was kind of weird.
True. Maybe he was tilted. Didn't say anything.
That was an unusual one. But here we are. Gambits get their second round on the boards. But FaZe are coming once again. They continue watching the radar and just continue to advance on FaZe. It's a Dreadstone in the vent, and they keep going for this knife in the vent. It didn't work last time. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I mean, yesterday or last week, but it was a knife attempt, and I think it was Dozier in the vent. He just got shot in the head.
Oh my god, this is cool. This is finding a timing to walk out of Hut. And perhaps it's due to the fact that there's so much action. My God, that's over his teammate's
Over his shoulder.
That was beautiful.
That was amazing.
That was like Japanese calligraphy when they do it in the sand.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
They spend like, I don't know, like 3 days, 4 days doing it, and as soon as it's finished, they wipe it away. As soon as it's finished. It's so. I've seen one of those. It's crazy.
They did that on House of Cards, wasn't they? They built
Yeah,
something.
yeah. House of Cards they did. Yeah.
It's crazy. And you're like not allowed to take pictures of it, right?
Yeah. It's like because it's about the journey of creating it, which is, I guess, the idea, which is that's very cool. And I do like that idea because that makes it more about the discipline and sort of the like the art coming together as opposed to it being about just the final product, which is a completely different perspective.
If I made that, I'd put it on Instagram and sell it.
Cheeky little headshot from Mo, but Gambit are getting well and truly bulldozed at the moment.
Yeah. And Gambit have 2 more games to come after this. So what kind of state are you going to be in?
I feel like this is like when you get bullied, you grow up to be a bully, right? So next game, Gambit's just gonna like lay it on him. Get Godsent. The Godsent, you're gonna lay it on the next.
If Godsent are watching this, what can they even take from this? Let's rush every round. Like
honestly, if I was Godsent, yeah, I'd try to come out like pretend I was the bigger bully, even bigger.
It would be kind of cool if Godsent just started rushing. Like if they started T-pistol and just went full aggro. It would be so awesome. Just throw the tactics out the window. Psychological warfare. You'd probably tilt them off the face of the planet.
I said this yesterday when we saw a Gambit game that I felt like the stylistic problem for Gambit is the Fnatic. Teams like Fnatic, teams that leverage individual skill massively, really good at mid-rounding, really good at playing fast.
What's going on?
And so I reckon Godsent are the team that can do that as well. So
yeah,
it's I don't think Godsent is a good matchup for Gambit, but we'll see. It depends on how Godsent's map pool is because it's still a work in progress. Nice crosshair placement from a Dren.
FYI, the next 2 maps are Train and Cobble.
Okay. Slower maps.
Yeah, I think Train will be more suited to Gambit as well to kind of deal with this kind of nonsense. Get the AWPs out on the CT side.
It does feel like these are like the worst 2 maps maybe that they could have played FaZe on. And that those 2 maps are like the best 2 maps that they could play a team on. So let's see if they can adjust.
it's kind of a side question, but when is Dust 2 supposed to come back?
There's no guarantee it will come back.
Oh,
I hope it comes back.
I don't.
Because if it comes back, it means that they will be happy with where it is, and or more fixes will be prioritized. The fixes that need to be made.
I want a different map.
They're not going to give us a different map, James.
they worked for a while on that one.
Ooh, the next level from Nico, not planting in the smoke. Expected ramp to be clear, but he can't get a kill on a Dren. Round number 3 for Gambit. They just got reset as well. But, well, saving 2 AKs. At least there's that. This was an eco round for them. Hobbit didn't have Kevlar, as you can see. So
I think they've only won their ecos. That might be fake news. But yeah, Dust 2, new Dust 2 is like, for me, it's like old Dust 2, but slightly worse.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It looks nicer, but
yeah, but it has the visibility problems are kind of big.
and they removed the Xbox jump. It made it easy.
The problem, I think, is that the original Dust version that we had for quite some time was actually a really, really good map. And I think people actually don't understand how good it was.
It was really great.
Because professional CS itself, on average, was nothing as good as it is now. And there are only like 2 teams that really played it very well. Very, very well.
True.
Oh my god, just walking out of heart, just getting the entries. They got the upper side already after like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. A small amount of time.
didn't go as deep as Mo wanted.
Oh,
That's a lovely grenade though. Missing the shot. Will he continue to hunt? He's cleared out a lot of space, but it's really still not advantageous for him. He knows someone's looking for him at the back as well. There's a molly.
Where's the molly?
Did it go down the ladder, maybe?
I landed on the roof.
It's burning something.
Oh my god! Getting attacked by gremlins.
That dodge.
That was quite something. They must have been having a great time, but maybe they are overextending and allowing Gambit back into this half of nuke. Oh, Nico tags through the wall. The defuse coming in, still looking to the ceiling, but they're on the floor.
This legit looks like warm-up.
Yeah, it does, yeah. As you say, like, they did overextend that round. They got punished for it. But they should have won it. They got the upper bomb site so fast for no trade and got a plant. And 2 or 3 people on the upper site immediately through the hut. So Gambit are in this kind of position where obviously FaZe are just crushing whatever their normal game plan is. Normally you don't want to overcompensate, but they're kind of in a spot where they need to compensate, maybe overcompensate, and try something different. Rain trying to be a sneaky devil on the T-Reds container outside. And this is going to be Adren actually doing some great work. See, again, they try to burst into the upper bomb side. Adren, though, with the help of the smoke, worked the hut position quite well. And that's going to be kind of punishing. Again, like, you can Molotov the top of hut fairly easily from the roof, T-roof, so that's probably something you want to do. But Rain is still at work. We'll be decapitating hobbits.
He's been baited, but Guardian has got the perfect position to deal with that. And going 1 versus 1 against Rain, I don't fancy your chances.
Rain's having a game. He's pretty good. Rain, I love watching Rain because he's one of these players that has a huge amount of individual skill, but unlike let's say someone like a Simple, which is just such an intuitive player and so much about raw talent. Rain actually makes great decisions. His mechanics are amazing, and his shooting style is very consistent. So he's a good guy to learn from.
Yeah, we'd say his shooting style is more consistent. Like, it's less about flicking with him. Like, Simple hits like a huge amount of his flicks, like an unreal amount of his flicks. But Rain sets himself up a little bit more for the crosshair placement kills.
Ooh, he's doing excellent damage. Yeah, you're right about Simple. That's why we love to watch him.
Yeah, and he's really smart too, for sure. Like, really, really smart. But he also plays so aggressively to the point that because he's actually so confident in his flicks, it's actually unreal.
Just pulling things back. Guardian's the one carrying the bomb. Not sure if he's been seen recently after the earlier action. The scope will tell a story though. Adren might be. I think Adren would have heard that from his position, basically underneath Guardian. So this could be a round-winning play. You know, roughly where Exist was. 3 versus 1. New man. Hashtag new man. Ooh, Exist position is compromised now from main. As Mo repositions, and there is round number 5 for Gambit. It could have been worse, could have been better. Comes down to the pistol. They haven't gone well for Gambit so far.
They won 2 or 3 ecos in that. Or 2 ecos, yeah.
Wonder how dominant this would be from FaZe, because on the CT side of nuke, it plays outside of good fundamentals to be too aggressive. Like, you generally just want to have.
Yeah, it's not easy to. It's very dangerous to pinch lobby or anything like that on a rifle round. Push ramp is really like it's almost pointless, really. But you do throw it in once in a while.
Yeah, so it's all about information, team play, rotations, good setups with flashbangs and like abusing angles and keeping track of how the T's are moving around the map. So it will be slower from FaZe if they play it correctly, but they can still be incredibly dominating. It's like an impenetrable, indomitable defense. It's definitely possible. And I'm loving some of these great headshots we're getting from FaZe. Just the mid-air USP headshots are very satisfying. Give shoutouts to Paul's for turning on the replays earlier. Shoutouts to our observer Sliggy as well. Usually pretty good at this job.
Usually. Rip.
Wow, man.
I mean, all the time. Well,
Great.
I mean,
What a great save there, Dan.
He's my favorite. I mean, he's good.
Marvelous.
He's really funny.
Keep going.
Nobody loves Sliggy more than me.
Why is that?
As a reference.
Oh, to what?
Nothing.
So was it actually a reference? I don't know.
Yes.
Confused.
You
Okay.
nerds.
Yeah,
Trapped between a nerd and a nerd.
Somebody got it.
nerd sandwich. Wait,
I'm
that would
not
make
hungry, I'm not hungry.
that would make you the nerds, actually.
No,
right?
make me the meats. Well, there's probably a vegan sandwich, isn't it? I don't know. Sandwich?
Sangus.
I can't talk anymore.
Sanguine. It's all sanguine, James. Don't worry. Save me. Wordplay.
Fantastic.
I never.
What a sequence of events.
Do you ever use the word sanguine?
No. It's a nice word.
It is a nice word.
It's
Yeah.
better than the other one.
Convivial.
Yeah.
Convivial.
Convivial's a decent word. Come
What
on.
No,
about
it
vivacious?
sucks.
Do you like vivacious, James?
No.
I like that word.
Reminds me of Q-tip vibrant thing too much.
What?
Q-tip vibrant thing. It's a song.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Vibrant thing. Bow, 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 bow.
Bow, 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 bow.
It's not a bad song. It's alright.
Never heard of it.
Like how you just started jamming with it. It's like I never heard of
I've heard
this.
se- I've
This
heard
is a great
70s music.
opportunity to jam. let's do some mouth jamming.
What a mess.
I've heard 70s music before. Brow, brow, brow,
70s
brow,
music.
brow, brow.
Do you know who Q-tip is?
Oh, Q-tip. Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Were you even listening to what I was saying?
You don't know who Q-tip is?
No.
What?
Well, you
I
just
thought
said
you were-
70s music.
I thought you were hip-hop. Yeah, but then because you did the 70s beat, but I didn't hear you say Q-tip.
The first thing I said was Q-tip. I said it twice.
Yeah, but you're sick.
Ooh, look at this aggression though. We'll go back to Q-tip. Oh, God, so clean. Range, I feel like Rain he's just so clinical. He's a surgeon.
It's a doctor.
He's a surgeon. So precise, so clean. So FaZe of 13 and 5, they can't quite, just because of the nature of the map, they can't beat the record of the previous map. But this is definitely looking pretty dominant. And we're talking about how risky it is, how generally outside of the good fundamentals it is to go aggressive on the CT side all the time. But they just pushed everything just in the previous round. So
Oh my god.
they're funny. Oh, perfect. It's like he didn't miss a single bullet there. Every single bullet connected. That's satisfying. Satisfying.
Satisfied.
Satisfied.
Back from my screaming fits. To witness this pistol round of Gambit get decimated, torn apart, picked apart, launched into space, set on fire, stepped on, crushed, squashed, minced,
Cut asunder.
put in the microwave.
I like the word asunder.
It's not a bad word.
It's a good word.
Sounds like a fantasy novel word.
Yeah, it's very sort of medieval, isn't it?
I like
Rip
Old
asunder.
English, like thine, Thine,
Thine.
thy and thine,
Fine.
thine enemies. I also like talking normally instead of like I'm talking right now. And breathing. Breathing is great.
Breathing
to
is
breathe.
really good.
Oh! This is ridiculous.
Gun in the mouth. Shut up.
He just ran through the smoke. Because he can.
Yeah.
Because they're winning. This is winning privilege.
It's true. Hashtag winning. Hashtag one gear. Hashtag go.
This is globally offensive.
Tag push to start.
It is. I mean, it's fairly. It does seem like FaZe only no attack right now. It's just attack, aggression. and other
Every key
things.
is bound to plus attack. You know, at the major, when I went, I don't know, went somewhere and Moses bound 4 or 5 of my keys to like plus kill or whatever, or kill. So my mouse one was bound to kill, and my spacebar was bound to kill, and a bunch of other things. But I have a read-only config, so I just close the game, open the game, easy win. Easy win. He was so annoyed.
That was so depressing. Yeah, because that's actually a really good troll. Actually, that's a really good troll. I imagine that's something he has definitely done at Lambs before. So, boom, Guardian cannot be trifled with. Maybe
Maybe there's trifle to be had after all.
maybe there's a different dessert. To
There's
be
a
had
spoon
indeed.
in a trifle.
Knickerbocker glory. Oh, there's the glory. I really want a Knickerbocker glory because it just sounds ridiculous. Never had one. A Knickerbocker glory. Well, this is 15-5. It's another dominant map from FaZe. Imagine if all Counter-Strike was just the average time instead of 45 minutes was 30 minutes. Then this would be like a 10-minute game or something. Well, not 10, but like a 15-minute game or something.
I feel like it'd be weird for like a major final.
Yeah, it'd be quite weird. But then it's more possible to do best of fives, I guess.
That's true.
So you get more diversity in there, which could actually be cool. Could be cool. Anyway, Guardian's going to continue to body people and seize his last man standing, last efforts for his team to stay in this one. But I think they are well and truly out of it. Indeed, it will be shut down 16-5.